welcome back to C programming. Today we are here to talk about pointers, which is a part of C programming. So let's get started with pointers basically, and let's start the first definition of pointers, which is nothing but a pointer is nothing but a variable which stores the address of another variable. It might seem really little bit confusing because I've experienced also the same when I was learning about pointers. But don't worry, I will make it really easy. The thing is, pointers are really very fun to learn because one variable storing the address of another variable. Don't you seem it's really funny? Because it's like your friend knowing like storing the address of your house. It is really very quite funny. So that is why I really enjoyed pointers. I hope you all will also enjoy. So let's get back to our lesson. So the pointers are basically used as because they are indirect addressing, right? They are not storing its address, it is storing another's address. So it is indirect address. This type of address was basically used in assembly languages, which were used in earlier days, and some of them are really used now also. And they also help in dynamic memory management, that is allocation and deallocation, which could be easily done when one particular variable is storing another variable address of another variable, and because of that we could also easily access them, right? Don't you think? And because of that it makes the coding process simple and easily, like whenever you want the address you could just come and access to this variable and you could get it very easily, and that enhances the coding. So it also enhances the language writability. The user could write it easily. Instead, if normal things, he doesn't know the address of where the particular variable is stored. And they're also used to access a location in memory whose storage is called allocated dynamically. That is, dynamic storage is nothing but a heap, which we will learn later. So they are also used to recursive types that are important in data structures and algorithm. Data structures is nothing but we will learn in next subjects. Don't worry about that. So this is the basic how a pointer is declared. That is nothing but type asterisk variable name. This asterisk, you can see this is the operator of a particular pointer. So this is like any variable, constant, anything which you declare, but it is storing instead of its address, it's storing another variable's address. So that is a pointer. So the asterisk makes it different from any other variable, normal variable declaration. So that is the only difference. As you can see, you can use the different data types with pointers. There's no restriction to that. You can see over there I'm using int, double, float, character. There's no restriction. You could use any data type with a particular pointer. All the data types which are used for variables could also be used for pointers. So we have learned that it is using storing another variable's address. Like, how can that be useful to us? We need to understand that, right? So the things which we do, the frequent operations which we are doing with pointers is basically we use it as it is storing the address of another variable. To define that variable we use a pointer, and we are assigning the address. That's it one. And finally the thing is by using the unary operator it returns the value of the variable located, that is by accessing it and using that value. So that would be the uses of pointer and why do we need a pointer. So this is an example program of understanding the use of pointer, as theory doesn't make it complete sense. When we see things practically we understand and learn more better. So programs add it a spice to a concept in my way, like how spices give a unique flavor to a particular food. In that way programs give a unique flavor to our concept. So let's get started with the program, where we have a declaration of int variable. This is nothing but normal declaration. Then next we have a pointer variable, which is the thing that is asterisk IP. As I've told you, asterisk differs it from normal variable, and pointer variable, you all can see the difference here itself. And next we have IP equals to ampersand variable. This means that IP is storing the address of this variable. Now we have declared. So it stores it now. Printf address of variable %x ampersand variable. So the address of variable which is stored is printed over here. Now printf address stored in IP variable access the values using the pointer. That is, here we are basically trying to access, as we have stored it, we are trying to access. We need to use that variable, right? Unnecessarily we just don't keep it like that. We have to use that variable again. Then printf value of IP variable and return 0. So this all in this program, basically the uses of a pointer are illustrated very clearly. If you have any doubts, please do comment. The next, we also have a type of pointer which is called as null pointer. Yeah, you all are correct. Null pointer is nothing but what you are expecting. It is nothing but a pointer which stores null values, and basically there are some programs which are not permitted to access memory which have an address of 0, because the memory is reserved by the operating system for everyone. But this null pointer is very special, as it has significance to 0 also, and it signals basically that the pointer is not intended to point to an access memory location, but by convention, if it is happening, it is assumed to point to nothing and just leaves it. Instead of returning some array error, it just leaves it there. So that is the use of a null pointer. When the user has not given any particular address, then that time we use this. This is an example of null pointer, where you can see hash include stdio.h. Every time you don't need to write the hash include conio.h, people usually feel those two are the header files which are every time important, but we do not need conio.h. Basically std.io.h is a standard input and output header files. That is why we write that every time when we are using to perform anything, but conio is not necessary every time. And here you can see there is a pointer int asterisk ptr equals to null. This means here I am declaring a pointer and immediately I am making it null. So this is the null pointer which we are using in the program. So printf, you can see there is no address, no nothing, there is no variable declared, and the address of variable is also not stored. Like, how can you access it? There wouldn't be any meaning of this pointer declared. It would be really waste. So that time an error will occur in normal programs, but in C this doesn't happen because we have a null pointer. So when you declare the value of pointers, it just gives 0 and it just ignores it. The operating system basically ignores it and it just leaves. We do not get any errors. So that is how a null pointer is useful. And there are many other concepts of pointers. We could also use pointers performing the different operations, which would be the addition, subtraction, and whatnot. And they are also used for interfunction communications, and there would be it could also be used if there is also concept called as pointers to pointers. That means one pointer would be pointing to another pointer, that would be storing the address of another variables. So that could also be happening. That all we will discuss in the later videos. Don't worry about it. There are many concepts. To complete that, it is not possible, so I've just ended it here. On the ending note, I would say pointers are really very fun to learn, and there are many operations also on it. Like for example, if you take, there are assignment operations, difference operators, assignment operators normally which you are doing, then difference operations, then we have differencing pointer arrays, differencing pointer to a pointer, that is one pointer pointing to another, then differencing pointer within structure. That is, we are deferring it within a structure. Within a structure also we will learn. Structure is nothing but a different data type, which we will learn in the later videos. So I hope every one of you all understood this video. If you all have any doubts regarding this, please do comment and let me know. If you all really like my video, just rate me up according to your wish, and follow the above link to get notifications regarding my videos. Thank you everyone for watching.